With Bridgerton Season 2 recently dropping on Netflix, the new season follows Daphne Bridgerton's older brother Anthony and his quest to find a bride. Well, a new leading lady is introduced this season, Kate Sharma, originally named Kate Sheffield in the Bridgerton books, who is played by 26-year-old actress Simone Ashley. If she looks familiar, you've likely seen her on your screen before in other films and Netflix series. Well, if you want to know more about the story and life of Simone Ashley from her road to fame to her family, then stay tuned because we'll get into all of that and more here for you on Famous Life. Simone Ashwini Pillai, known professionally as Simone Ashley, was born on March 30th, 1995 to Indian Tamil parents Latha and Gunsekaran Pillai in Camberley, Surrey, England. The British actress also has an older brother named Sean. Simone has spoken about how while she grew up in a household focused on academics, she herself was always drawn to creative fields. In fact, her parents were hesitant about her interest in the arts, and Simone has said that they were quite protective over her. The young star also told Vogue magazine, "I was the only non-academic in my family. Music, film, photography, and art were all my fortes." And further explaining about her parents, they're first generation. They came from India to this country, so they didn't really have a life where they could choose to be whatever they wanted. Regardless, Simone still found a love for entertainment at home and grew up singing classical music as well as playing piano. She also said, "Growing up, the record player was always playing rock and roll tunes or Bob Marley, and the TV always had epic movies on like Kill Bill. My mother would always play Phil Collins too." The family later moved to Beaconsfield in southeast England, which is a town known for the first model village in the world as well as being the home of the National Film and Television School. At the same time as the move, Simone attended Red Roof's theater school in Maidenhead. In fact, after being born in Surrey, Simone told Glamour magazine that she grew up everywhere, and for the past few years, she's lived mainly in Los Angeles and London and has never lived in one place for over a year. While Simone was growing up, aside from singing opera and playing piano, she was also a huge musical theater fan. She said, "I grew up singing quite a lot and studied a lot of classical music, and then that kind of led into musical theater and I fell in love with musicals." Simone then went on to attend the Arts Educational School in Chiswick, London to train in acting and develop her skills. The actress also explained that while she had dreams of being a movie star since childhood, that her parents, even though they were supportive, weren't always thrilled about these dreams of hers. Simone said about her parents' thoughts on the subject, "They still find it quite scary and unsettling. There is no crystal ball, no security, no guarantee, which can be a parent's worst nightmare. But they know I'm a smart lady. You can't spend your life going with what your parents want or your friends, teachers, lovers want." Well, by the way things are going now for Simone, it seems like she made the right choice. Either way, when she was around 17 or 18 years old, she decided to come over to Los Angeles to pursue her dreams of acting. Simone made her feature film debut in 2018 with a small role in Boogeyman as Artie and a prominent role in Kill Ben Like as one of the characters named Ben. In 2019, Simone began playing Olivia Hanan, who's a member of Ruby Matthews' clique The Untouchables in the Netflix comedy drama series Sex Education. The series is a British show set in an idyllic town, starring Gillian Anderson as a sex therapist and Asa Butterfield as her son, who uses his mom's tips to advise his classmates on their love, sex, and relationship issues. In the series, Simone portrays one of the popular girls at school, and she would return for the role in the second and third seasons. While Sex Education was renewed for a fourth season, Simone believes those days are behind her, stating, "I think my time on the show has come to an end. It's very sad because I love them all so much." With Simone's new starring role on the hit show Bridgerton, we can get an idea why she's busy with other things. Having auditioned in 2020, it was announced in February 2021 that Simone would star as leading lady Kate Sharma alongside Jonathan Bailey as Anthony in the second season of the Netflix romance period drama. After setting sail from India, her character on Bridgerton, Kate, arrives to London with her stepmother with the intention of finding her younger sister Edwina a suitable love match. Speaking to Today, Simone describes Kate as someone who is loyal, protective, smart, and fierce. All of her sister's suitors must go through her first, and when Anthony Bridgerton sets his sights on Edwina, Kate does everything to stop him until her own feelings for him start to change. When talking about her character, Simone feels like in many ways they are more alike than not. Kate's a go-getter. She will speed right ahead, but she's also smart and admirably strategic. I'd like to think I can be like that as well. In terms of scoring their role as Kate, which is certainly helping Simone make a name for herself in Hollywood, the actress claims it all happened super quickly. She was on set filming Sex Education when she heard talk about a new show called Bridgerton, which at the time Simone hadn't watched yet, but her manager texted her about auditioning for a role in it. After season 1 wrapped, they were already starting production of season 2. Simone claimed the casting process took a grand total of 2 weeks, which she called a whirlwind, and she also didn't have time to get too nervous or overthink it as a result. Simone sent in some self-tapes the first week, and by the second, she was shooting on-screen tests with her co-star. She explained, "Season 1 came out on Christmas Day in 2020, and they were already casting for season 2 immediately. I got a few messages to put myself on tape, and then as the days went on, I met with Jonathan Bailey and we had our chemistry read. I later got a call saying that I got the role." Once she was cast, Simone was immediately on set doing wig fittings, makeup tests, and soon after filming in amazing locations for Bridgerton. If the past is anything to go by, Bridgerton skyrocketed season 1's lead actors like Phoebe Dynevor to fame, and season 2 will most likely do the same for Simone. She says she's ready for it and isn't scared of the pressure or of everything happening quickly. As mentioned, over the last few years, Simone has lived mainly in LA and London, but moved around frequently. When talking about her many adventures, some included a solo trip to India, as well as going horseback riding in Wales, which surprisingly helped her later for filming Bridgerton and all the horse riding they do on the series. Simone said, "I rode for the first time in Wales with friends, no saddle, but we went very slowly. My first proper riding experience was whilst training for Bridgerton. I loved it and I would always look forward to it." In fact, it was one of Simone's favorite parts while filming the show. She continued, "I love any scene with Kate and Anthony riding their horses. Those were some of my favorite days filming on set with Johnny and just bringing this love story to life with him. It really truly was such a joy." Simone's schedule has been slowing down recently, and she said, "Now I'm a bit more content with myself and the amazing friends that I have." But it doesn't mean we shouldn't expect more big things from the new star, since she's only just getting started. Simone is set to appear in the 2023 live-action film of Disney's The Little Mermaid in what sources call an undisclosed role. Not to mention, Simone hopes to flaunt her musical talents in a role one day, as aside from her musical theater experience in singing, she's also dabbled in songwriting. In the future, the actress is also interested in taking on unexpected roles. She told Glamour magazine that while she's been approached for many Bollywood roles, she's turned most of them down and instead hopes to switch things up and take roles that most people wouldn't expect her to play. Even more physical roles like an action movie, considering she recently learned to kickbox. Simone added, "I'm interested in culturally specific roles, but also very much so non-culturally specific ones. I want to go for roles that anyone can relate to. I want to be seen for my talent. I think I'm very smart and I've got great ideas, and I want to be seen for that and not for how I look." If that's not enough, the budding star would even love to work as a producer someday and has plans on the go. She mentioned actress Margot Robbie, whose production firm Lucky Chap Entertainment financed the Oscar-winning film Promising Young Woman as a role model. Much like Margot, Simone is starting her very own production company so that she can prioritize projects she loves. Well, aside from enjoying Simone Ashley's big leading role on Bridgerton, it seems the up-and-coming star is only just beginning, and we're excited to see more of her in the future. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Famous Life and leave a comment for who you'd like us to feature next.